Yes, hello, this is me making another YouTube video, because why would I go to bed at half past midnight? That doesn't sound like actually that sounds like the most fun, but for some reason I feel like dropping some fiery videos. And you know, someday I will get a better video light than these Christmas lights, but it is not this day, fam. It's not this day. Before we get started with whatever this is gonna be, I just have a couple questions based on comments from the last video. Number one, I need you guys to decide whether I am surfer boy or Nickelback vocalist boy. One of you even said Nickelback cover band, and if that's the case, I need to know what's worse, Nickelback or Nickelback cover band, because that is a serious question. I'm legitimately asking that because I don't know. Nickelback is already pretty bad, but so I don't know if a cover band is better or worse. I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna find some random things in my room and tell you stories about them, because that makes sense. Most of you diehard fans have heard about a lot of things, but I don't know, I could probably tell repeat stories. Oh, here's a good place to start. I got this in the mail. Ooh, check out those catch lights. I got this in the mail a number of weeks ago. This is a film I backed on Kickstarter. Wait, when did I do that? I think I backed it early 2016, and they said it was gonna be delivered the end of 2016, like October 2016, and it finally got to me in spring 2018. The people who were running the Kickstarter ran into a lot of problems, and that's fine, but they probably should have told people about those problems instead of leaving their backers in the dark for months on end, which is kind of like what I did to you guys, but so maybe I shouldn't complain. Anywho, there you go. It's got Marilyn Manson playing a serial killer. It's gotten mediocre reviews, so it was probably a waste of money, but I still haven't even watched it. It's been sitting in my drawer. Oh, let me tell you a thing. Daily multivitamins? I'm not sure I believe in them anymore. It was a couple weeks ago, and I grew up taking daily multivitamins, and so I just kept buying them out of habit. And growing up, my dad would always like put them at my place at breakfast, so I would take them. But then a couple weeks ago, I realized I hadn't had my daily multivitamin in a while, but flu season was happening, and I mean it's still kind of happening, but everyone was getting sick, so I was like, all right, I better beef up my little immune system, and I took my daily multivitamin, and that was the day that I came down with whatever awful thing it was that I had. I didn't get the flu, thankfully, but I was still pretty miserable. That seems like a little bit of a coincidence, and I haven't taken another one since, and I've been fine, so I don't know if I believe in the hype about daily multivitamins anymore. Let me know in the comments if you guys take a daily multivitamin and whether or not you believe in it. Oh, I just found something else. So I have two of these. I don't know where the other one is. It's probably in this drawer somewhere. So instead of bringing Kinder Eggs to the United States, they brought over some lame excuse for them. I really should take a video of them. I hope they don't even bother selling them in Europe. But it has the shape of an egg on the outside, so you think it's gonna be a Kinder Egg, and you're like, whoa, they're legal now, they're here. No, they're not. It's like, you open it up, and it splits into two halves, and there's a plastic cover on both halves. And you open up one half, and there's the toy. You open up the other half, and there's a little spoon and like filling that you just scoop out of this plastic shell, and it is depressing. I'm not bitter. Here's a small thermometer. I have two of them. The other one's not electronic. I found them both on the ground outside of the food court, the cafeteria here on campus, and I use them when I make my coffee because I've gotten a little obsessive about that, and the water has to be heated to exactly 180 degrees. So, very handy. Got some dirty laundry. Here's a good one. So, at a Secret Santa White Elephant gift exchange, my bad, last December, I was gifted 2 fish and a frog and a 1-gallon tank for them to live in. One of the fish was like super erratic and he was swimming around all the time, and I named him Crazy Boy. And then one of the fish was very dark, so I named him Boy of Darkness. And then the frog was Wednesday Boy. And what turns out that when they scooped out Boy of Darkness, they also scooped out some Boy of Darkness eggs. So a few days later, I noticed these two tiny little fishes swimming around in the tank. So technically, for a brief moment there before they all died, I was a grandfather. So a friend got me this beer glass that says, "World's best grandfather, wise beyond his beers." So good. Is that enough story time yet? I've had a change of heart. I want to go to bed. This has to be unfathomably boring, but I'm gonna post it anyway. Ooh, good one. This is called Small Boy. So the friend that I mentioned that I'm gonna go do cryotherapy with and I were out working on my car. I had dropped a piece of plastic down into the spark plug like area and I had to fish it out. And I don't have like an air compressor or anything, so I couldn't just like blow it out, but I needed to get it out before I replaced my spark plugs. So a mutual friend of ours, affectionately known as LL Cool Welds, just brought over a whole bunch of random stuff that we might be able to use to get the piece of plastic out. So we took 3 paper clips and fashioned them together and made Small Boy. And I will never get rid of it because I am sentimental as crap. This is a small ultraviolet light. A few semesters ago, I guess it was last spring, I covered that entire wall in newsprint, and then I wrote on it this master plan for starting an epic business that was going to make me a lot of money, which I never started. Actually, I kind of did, and it kind of failed, but I learned some things, so like it's okay. Anyway, I didn't want all that stuff, all that grand master evil plan just to be out there in plain sight, so I wrote it all in ultraviolet ink, and then I had a bigger flashlight than this at the time. I don't even know where it went, but I could only see it if I turned off all my lights and used the ultraviolet flashlight. I felt super cool. And last but not least, this is a stuffed moose. Its name, according to the tag, is Morris. So I just went with that because I'm super lazy, until someone pointed out that the antlers kind of look like chicken nuggets. So now, this is Nugget the Moose. And there you have it. There's a few short stories about things in my room. It's a video. Sam out.